The Lord accepted this petition and consoled the heavenly child by assuring her that he would assist her father as the most merciful and kind rewarder of those that love and serve him, and that he would place him among the patriarchs Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. At the same time, he prepared her anew for the acceptance and endurance of troubles. 8 days before the death of the patriarch Joachim, the Most Holy Mary received another notice from the Lord, advising her of the day and hour in which he was to die. His death took place only 6 months after her entrance into the temple. Having received this notice from the Lord, she requested the 12 angels, mentioned by St. John in the Apocalypse, to assist her father Joachim and to comfort and console him in his sickness, which they did. For the last hours of his life, she sent all the angels of her guard, asking the Lord to make them visible to him for his greater consolation. God conceded this favor and confirmed all the wishes of his chosen and only one, and the great patriarch, most happy Joachim, saw the 1,000 angels which guarded Mary. In response to her prayer and wishes, the Almighty allowed his graces to overflow, commanding the angels to address Joachim as follows. Man of God, may the Most High and Powerful Lord be thy eternal salvation, and may he send thee from his holy place the necessary and opportune help for thy soul. Mary, thy daughter, has sent us in order to assist thee in this hour, in which thou must pay the debt of mortality to thy Creator. She is a most faithful and powerful intercessor before the Almighty, in whose name and peace thou wilt now pass, consoled and joyous from this world, because he has made thee the father of such a blessed daughter. Although his incomprehensible majesty, on account of his hidden decrees, has not as yet revealed the sacraments and dignity in which he shall invest thy daughter, he wishes thee to know it now, in order that thou mayest magnify and praise him, and in order that the pain and sorrow of natural death may be relieved by the joy of thy spirit at this news. Mary, thy daughter, is chosen and ordained by the Almighty as the one in whom the divine Word shall vest himself with human flesh and form. She is to be the happy mother of the Messiah and the blessed among women, the most exalted among all creatures, and only inferior to God himself. Thy most fortunate daughter is to restore what the human race lost by the first sin, and she is the high mountain on which is to be established and constructed the new law of grace. Since thou leavest to the world a daughter, through whom God will restore it and prepare a full remedy, do thou part from it in the joy of thy soul, and may the Lord bless thee from Zion, and constitute thee in the inheritance of the saints, and bring thee to the vision and enjoyment of the blessed Jerusalem. During these words of the holy angels to Joachim, his spouse, Holy Anne, stood at the head of his bed, and by divine disposition she heard and understood what they said. In the same moment the holy patriarch lost the use of speech, and treading into the path common to all flesh, he commenced his agony in a marvelous struggle between his joy at this message and the pain of death. In this conflict of the interior powers of his soul, he made many fervent acts of divine love, of faith, of admiration, of praise, of thanksgiving, of humility, and heroic acts of many other virtues. Thus absorbed in the knowledge of so divine a mystery, he arrived at the term of his natural life and died the precious death of the saints. His holy soul was carried by the angels to the limbo of the patriarchs and just souls, and, for a new consolation and light in the protracted night in which they lived, the Most High sent the soul of Joachim as the last messenger and legate of the Lord to announce to the whole congregation of the just that the dawn of the eternal day was at hand, that the morning light was breaking upon the world in Most Holy Mary, the daughter of Joachim and Anne, that from her was to be brought forth the Son of the Divinity, Christ, the Redeemer of all the human race. This great news the Holy Fathers and the just in limbo heard and received with jubilee, and in their exultation they sang many hymns of thanksgiving to the Most High. This happy death of the patriarch Saint Joachim happened, as I said, about a half year after his most holy daughter Mary had entered the temple. Hence she was 3.5 years old when she was left without an earthly father. The age of the patriarch was 69 years, divided as follows. At the age of 46 years, he accepted St. Anne as his spouse. In the 20th year of his marriage, they were blessed with Most Holy Mary. And the 3.5 years of the age of her age at his death completed the 69.5 years, a few days more or less.